everybody, this is Miles Luigi, and welcome you back to my Paper Mario Lone Run. Before you ask, yes, I know it's been over a year, and when will Chapter 8 be out? Soon. It's the next thing I'm working on, so hold your horses, I'll get this done, alright? Anyway, with that out of the way, let's go ahead and get started. Chapter 7 is, well, okay. Step back. I forgot. That's right. You have to exonerate Mario from murder, even though he's murdered many enemies so far, and bosses, all by himself with no help. You have to exonerate him from murdering the mayor here. There is a legal concept I would like to point out called innocent until proven guilty. There's no definite evidence that says Mario did it. I like this section. This is like Ace Attorney for kids. The only problem with this section is that awesome music, there is no culprits, but if there was a culprit, awesome music should play once you corner that culprit and prove that he did it. It's like, yeah, did it! I like Ace Attorney. Regardless. Herringway gets a ridiculous present. Fun fact, that could be theoretically a badge. The present itself could actually be a badge, although its effects unknown. That's a rare badge, though. Starting in Chapter 7 proper is another Junior Troopa battle. This time he takes off the spike and the wings, although he does get a wand, and he's actually quite powerful here. 8 attack power, however, the thing here, 50 HP. He's an idiot for not preparing for the cold. But Mario's stats are high enough at this point in the game that the battle isn't really any hurry. I can beat the I can finish him off in 5 turns, 50 HP, which means I only have to theoretically take up to 32 HP damage if I flat out didn't guard anything. I use Shrink Stomp in this battle as it's the best status ailment to use against Junior Troopa, although I'm horribly... I don't nail any of these Shrink Stomps at all. I didn't need it because, I could have just tanked the 32 HP damage, but at the same time, it would have been really nice if, I would have shrunk him and would have taken less damage. Regardless. The big concern in Chapter 7 and the Shiver City outskirts and everything else in Chapter 7 is that the enemies start having fairly high attack power. The strategy here is to kill fast so I don't die in return. I can't really implement that much of a defensive strategy because even with all the defense badges in this game, Mario's still taking a hefty amount of damage. Highest attack power here is the Gulp It at 7 attack power, and with the damage dodges and even the defend plus, I can mitigate a good portion of that, but I still need to kill the enemies in a hurry. I use a strategy of having Mario's attack up by 3 with the 2 power pluses and the all or nothing, and multi-balances. That sets up his attack power with multi-balance exactly at 6, which is exactly perfect to kill the enemies here, because the enemy with the highest HP, well, they are the Gulpits, at least in this area. So at 12 HP, Mario can 1-round KO them with that plus 3 attack power and clear the entire battlefield in only 2 turns, thanks to our new Ultra Boots. Another enemy to consider are the Frost Piranhas, which they can be jumped on, just like the Putrid Piranhas, unlike regular Piranha Punts without Spike Shield. Feeling Fine, I put it on here because in the original Paper Mario, Feeling Fine does actually protect you against being frozen. This is definitely in contrast to Paper Mario 1000 Year Door, where there were 2 status ailments. I believe it's Freeze and Burn Feeling Fine doesn't protect you against. But here, Feeling Fine protects you flat out against everything. And being immobilized, first off, I can't do a darn thing because my partners can't do anything, and you'd actually take 1 damage when Mario is finally freed. And given that the enemies here have really high attack powers, being frozen, especially in a battle with a line of 4 enemies, is basically instant death, game over. I can't afford for that to happen. Our next boss battle is one that I've been dreading this entire run in the game, as Monstar is just as difficult as Kenshi Koopa. I can't even explain how I made it through this battle, just watch. Not funny, Miles Luigi? Oh, fine, okay. 20 HP, 1 attack power, fine. Mario gets a free scarf and a free bucket. Put those on the snowman and the path opens up. Sweet, I didn't have to spend any money on a scarf or a bucket. Yes! Before we go up the mountain, I don't think Junior Troopa is going to be bothering me again. He's frozen. Hypothermia has to kick in at some points. I'm actually concerned for the little guy right now. I know I should be because he's trying to kill Mario, but I am. Not a whole lot changes on Shiver Mountain's path, but there are 2 enemies to worry about. Of particular note are the Troopa ghosts. At 15 HP, they have one of the highest natural HPs of an enemy. The only other enemy that I can think of that has higher natural HP in this game is the Amazy Daisy, off the top of my head anyway. Only other enemies that have higher HP are boss enemies. But regardless, 15 HP is high enough that I would need Power Bounce to 1-round KO them. 4 attack power isn't a whole lot to worry about. However, in particular, and I cannot change their pattern, they copy your partners, and all my partners are ranked because I haven't been using them, which means that I can't stop them from copying my partners, so I can't, for the sake of challenge, say, hey, don't copy my partners, keep your 15 HP. I actually decided just to go the entire other way with this. I decided, you know what, if you're going to copy my partners, I might as well exploit you, because they'll only copy the partner that's out in the field. So if I, for example, have Cooper out, they copy Cooper, and then I can flip them over, and there's nothing they can do. Another good partner to bring out is Bombette, as if you have Zap Tap on, and Duplighost Bombette attacks you, they'll just flat out suicide into you. Isn't that convenient? So that 15 HP doesn't mean anything when they just suicide in you. Heck yeah. The other enemy is the White Clubba, which they're similar to the Gulpits at 12 HP, but they only have 5 attack power instead of being, I guess, hit in the head by a giant rock. They just have a flat 5 attack power, although they do have a 3 strike attack that can be quite difficult to guard, and it does do more damage as it's 2 attack strike each time. If it is guarded properly, though, it does do less damage. See? Not even Mario is interested in these long-winded stories that the Mirror Wizards tell. And we've made it to the Crystal Palace, which I've always liked the Crystal Palace for its music, its aesthetic. It is a place of worship, and it makes good use out of all your abilities and what you're able to do in the overworld. Another new enemy in the Crystal Palace is the Swoopla. However, they're an enemy in the same vein as the Fuzzies. They can't attack Mario if Mario is wearing Zap Tap, so Zap Tap gets a nice shining role in this area. Well, I have to admit one thing right now. Bombette, your Duplighost fooling skills are awesome. I love it. I love you. I did not say that. Magikoopas also make their first appearance here. Not the main Magikoopas, all the, I guess, colored Magikoopas. Their stats aren't too scary. 11 HP, 3 attack power, 0 defense. However, what they can do in the battle is particularly, they're usually my primary target. The red one increases attack power, the white one heals, that one I want to get rid of. The green one increases defense, which can be annoying. The yellow one electrifies, which isn't all that annoying as long as I'm wearing Zap Tap. And the gray one makes enemies invisible. Well, I don't want invisible enemies. Interesting to note that if Magikoopa is by himself on the battlefield, then he will tend to run away. So it could also be part of a strategy to knock all the other enemies out, and then once the Magikoopa is left, he'll run away. You won't get the experience, but you'll have one enemy you won't have to take care of. Ah, Duplighosts. We'll never understand you. Why did that one decide to disguise as Luigi? Ah, fudge! I'm gonna die! Smooch, now! End this battle, get the level up! 99! I need a level up, I need a level up! It is at this point in the game that I actually start mega leveling up Mario's HP. The main reason why is that more FP, specifically for Mario, is not all that terribly useful. Partners usually suck up a lot more FP than Mario does, and Mario's ability, or whenever he consumes FP, it's through badges or some other means. So as a result, I am not necessarily in need of FP. However, I am definitely in need of HP, in particular preparing for Chapter 8. And heck, Chapter 7 itself, these high attack powers, I could really do myself a favor by having, HP to withstand some of these attacks. Like, for example, in this situation where, well, oh god, I'm gonna die. I need a smooch right now, and I need a level up. I'm pretty close to... I got 99. I got my level up, though. That's good. Another badge I pick up before I get to the Crystal Palace is the Mega Jump badge. It's like Mega Smash, except with jump. So it suffers the exact problems I mentioned up with Mega Smash. It's very high FP, cost, and attack, and there are better ways to deal more damage than by just doing a big wallop, or in this case, a big jump. The Crystal Palace is home to both the P up, D down, and P down, D up badges, which both have situational, although really good uses. In particular, consider Mario's circumstance whenever he has P up, D down. In a battle against a single enemy or maybe two enemies, Mario has a jump which effectively gains 2 attack power from an attack power increase. So as a result, if Mario is fighting a single enemy or possibly two enemies, he can be better off actually with that +2 attack power because he's able to dish out more attack power than it'll bring back. On the other hand, if there are more than 2 enemies on the battlefield, being constantly hit by continual attacks, or for example, if Mario is fighting an enemy like Bow, P down, D up, and also has its own uses. If you've ever watched my Let's Play on Paper Mario, I make really good use out of P down, D up and how it can be used to really mitigate attack powers here, because the additional defense really does actually make a difference at this point. But I decided to mainly focus on using P up, D down, especially on the next chapter, and we'll see more of that as it comes along. Well, it doesn't exactly relate to the challenge of this round. I would like to point out the albino dinos here, because they are actually, as I understand, beta enemies. They aren't, as I understand, the only part of them that are still programmed in the game is their tattle. And their tattle says they have 8 HP, 4 attack power, 4 defense, which would have made a fairly interesting enemy. However, ultimately what we're left with is a really simple puzzle with them. Oh, what could have been, what could have been? Ah, the Crystal King. Fun boss battle, fun music, heck yes. His stats are 70 HP, 6 attack power, 2 defense, however, he effectively has 110 HP as he can heal up to twice in battle, and I find that he usually does heal himself twice throughout the battle. I go out with the typical all-out +3 attack, the damage dodges, and the abilities I put on here are multi-bounce, D-down jump, and Quake Hammer. I also put on Feeling Fine, that's important. I do not need Mario getting frozen here, that'd be horrible, then I'd just be taking lots and lots and lots of damage. But I put on multi-bounce to deal with the crystal bits. The bits themselves have 4 attack power each, and I really don't want to be hit with that attack. If I guarded, let's actually say this, I have 2 damage dodge badges on. If I guard each of those bits, they have 4 attack power each, I'll be taking 3 damage, 1 damage per bit. The Crystal King's other attack is this ice beam that he shoots at you, and that ice beam itself does 6 damage with a guard that does 3 damage. So effectively it's the same thing. If I would have put on Defend Plus, then theoretically the bit attack would have actually been an attack I preferred, but I didn't exactly have the badge points for that. Someone might point out that I could have used Chill Out in this specific situation to make the bits, well, not do a whole lot of damage to Mario. However, I decided not to go with that strategy because I wanted to save my star power for a case where I need to use Star Storm. This actually gets into why I brought Quake Hammer into the battle. The Crystal King has an ability to make 3 clones of himself, but the thing is he's able to do it on the ground or in the air. And if he does it in the air, I have nothing that I could really do. It's at this point that you want to use something like Spiny Storm from Lackluster, or something that could just cover the entire battlefield and reveal which Crystal King is the real Crystal King. Mario does have Quake Hammer though, which can reveal which Crystal King is the real Crystal King if he makes clones of himself on the ground. He never does that in this battle though, so... Last but not least, I put on D-down jump. He has 2 defense, so D-down jump just makes sense, so it allows me to continually do 12 damage per turn. And doing 12 damage per turn means that the 25 FP I brought into this battle should be enough to last the entire battle, as around 7 to 8 jumps will take out all 110 HP of the Crystal King. By the way, this never happened, nor did this. You will never tell another living soul that this happened. this happen? Before we go ahead and get started with Chapter 8, Merlon is depressed again. Someone should go cheer him up. Mario, you should be the one to go cheer him up. Just go talk to Merlon and it'll make his day. He won't be depressed. Oh, fine. We'll go to Chapter 8 on the next episode of the Paper Mario Lone Run. This has been Miles Luigi. See you all next time.